morning, everyone. My name is Jason Roa, and I have the honor and privilege as serving as the Chief Executive Officer of Avow. And so on behalf of our entire board of directors, all of our staff, dedicated volunteers, welcome to the 2024 Butterfly Release. We're so happy you're here with us today, and we hope that through the day as we go through some songs, inspirational readings, and of course, honoring all of your loved ones by reading their names, you'll certainly be able to have some solace and remember them, and ultimately focus on the memories that you had, whether it was a holiday, a birthday, some other special time together, or even the day-to-day things that we all take for granted, whether it's eating breakfast together, going for a walk, and think about those special moments, because although your loved ones may be gone, those memories will certainly stay with all of us forever. And so we're truly honored that you would choose to spend this beautiful day with us, and honored that you will let us remember and honor your loved ones. And so with that, and certainly a huge thank you to all of our staff and volunteers who make this event possible every year and put in so much hard work and effort. So thank you to our staff and volunteers, and certainly thank you all for coming out. Now, many of the programs and services that Avow provides are because of very generous donors and supporters that help us fund our underfunded and unfunded programs and services that we provide to the community. And this event has been really generously endowed by the Gorlock family. And we can have this year after year because of that. And I'm so honored to be able to bring up a very good friend of the Gorlock family, Dennis Landgraf, and his children, and Dennis is going to say a few words to you just about what this event not only means to he and his family and the Gorlock family and the community at large, but also just what a wonderful event it is. So without further ado, I will welcome Dennis up to the stage.
Good morning. I had the pleasure of being the executor of the Gorlock estate. Mary and Hank were married for 70 plus years, and in those last few months of Hank's life, Mary turned to Avow, and Avow was there for her for both comfort and joy. And it gave her such great pleasure at the end, not only with Hank, but with her at her time. So it's difficult to put into words the support that Avow gave them, as they do everybody that's here. And if you have it in your hearts to see all the services and programs that Avow does for people, I know that Mary and Hank are looking down, tears in their eyes, joy in their hearts, to see the great programs that they do. So if there's ever an opportunity you have to help, it would be greatly appreciated. So on behalf of Mary and Hank, thank you very much for coming. I know that they'd appreciate this. Thank you very much.
Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years
good morning. My name is Janice, and I lead the chaplain team of Avow Hospice. This morning, I will be reading from an encouragement. Be comforted. Till we meet again, someone very close has died, and now it hurts down inside. How did this happen? Where did you go? Is this something anyone knows? Why did this happen? How can it be that someone I love is no longer with me? But when I listen, what do I hear? I can feel that you are near. You are not gone, just out of sight, safe and happy and full of light. You could not stay another day to laugh, to love, work, or play. Now I feel your warm embrace when the wind moves my hair or the sun kisses my face. I tell our stories to those we know, memories of you. Someday we will meet again, and up until then, thoughts of warm embrace and your love brings a smile to my face. This world is not our home. We are just passing through. Someday we will meet again. Till then, I will remember you.
I can hear those echoes in the wind at night, calling me back in time, back to you, in a place far away, where the water meets the sky. The thought of it makes me smile. You are mine too.
Sometimes I feel
said goodbye, turned around, and you were in my heart.
We remember them. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and the beauty of autumn, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So, as long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now part of us as we remember them.
Good morning. Today we honor our own Collier County first responders, medical professionals, and law enforcement personnel who have bravely served our community in the past year. We lovingly also remember individuals who passed away in the last year who designated generous legacy gifts to Avow through their estate plans. They are Jane C. Baum, Thomas K. Clark, Betty B. Cogan, Janet C. Cohen, Patricia Fleisman, Henriette Hone Johnson, Richard E. Hunt, Richard G. Lee, and Mary N. White. We will now read names registered prior to April 1st in alphabetical order by last name. Additional names will be read at the end of our program. In living honor, Avow staff: Paul Albert Bellarose, Roland and Lorraine Gardner, John Michael Gracia III, Glenna Hayhoe, Lynn Scanlon, Arlene Vickers.
The following names are read in memory of Judith Abraham, Natalie Abramowitz, Noor Hassan, Arminio James Aiello, Maria Rosa Aiello, Stephen Akers, Robert Clyde Allen, Eileen Allen, Henry Andreessen Jr., Louise C. Angelillo, Eva Perdomo Garcia, Joseph Arco, Charles Austin, Barbara Avery, Mary Jane Bearwald, Bruce Allen Baker, Donald Baker, Amanda Baker, Phil Baker, Chuck Baker, Maureen Baker, Jeannie Balsam, Mo Balsam, Thor Barkley, Fred Barkhurst Jr., Francis Barkhurst, Janet Bartiromo, Marion Bassett, Michael Joseph Batson, Frederick Bean, Taylor Dunn Beckley, Helen M. Belay, Jean Marie Belezzo, Stevie Wonder, Jack Belia, Virginia Bender, Albert F. Bender Jr., Elizabeth Berman, Norman R. Berner, Elsie M. Berner, Deborah S. Berner McGuire, Irene B. Bishop, Elsa Bixler, Harry Bixler, J. Howard Pugh Black Sr., Frederick Edward Bobson, Leon Boltish, Leona Boltish, Katie Joy Higgins Borduas, Kent Borman, Marion Bolus, Constantino Bovita, Ginny Bow, Fran Breddy, Robert Brewer, Erlene Browning, Arthur Marion Brusco, George John Whitey Butch, Peter Burkhart, and William Burkhart, Dennis Burns, Andrew Buslet,
John Bush, Robert Keola, William Michael Carson, Thomas Centofani, Lauren Cernuto, Douglas Duke Chandler, Dr. Paul Chen Young, Nerine Chevely, Julie Chirocho, Robert Francis Christie, Alfred J. Sikal, Eugene Sislo, Carol Cleary, Terry Clemente, Elizabeth Clinton, Francis R. Coco, Encencio Miki Coelho, Nora Colligan, Aloysius Colligan Sr., Joan Colligan Parker, Sandra Colombo Boyle, Michael James Cumberford. The children, the grandchildren, and the siblings of the Southwest chapter of the Compassionate Friends. Margaret Cunningham, Charles Conroy, John Constantino, Ruth Cook, Fred W. Cooley, Gwendolyn Cooper, Ken Corbin, Robert F. Corey, Jack Courtney, Ralph Cowie, Joel Cox, Sr., Helen Carruthers, Dalton Eric Cullison, Alice Culverhouse, Russell Cummings, Linda Sue Corrin, Dr. William Cuthbertson, Joan Helen Catita, Norman Da Silva, Christopher DeGatta, William F. Douglas, Laura Dahir, Michael D'Alessandro, Daisy D'Alessandro McCarty, Robin Davidson, Joyce H. Davis, Jennifer De La Mara, Nancy Tapella DeAngelo, Lucille B. Debiak, Michael J. DiCarlo, Sheila DiCarlo, Jason Decent, Alberto De Leon, Gary Demetrio, Demedio, Susan Wells Demidovich, Richard Bruce Dermody, Chris Desjardins, Thomas S. Dillon, Connie DeMaio, Robert Tobias, Kevin Dolan, James Joseph Dolan Jr., Shirley Dold, Bob Dold, Mary Donahue, Kathleen Donaldson, Rita Donaldson, Lawrence Donaldson, Pauline Donaldson, Richard Donaldson.
Cuando salí de La Habana, válgame Dios, nadie me ha visto salir si no fui yo. Una linda guanchinanca, válgame Dios, que se vino tras de mí, que sí, Señor. Si a tu ventana llega una paloma, trátala con cariño, que es mi persona. Cuéntale tus amores, bien de mi vida. Corónala de flores, que es cosa mía. Ay, chinita, que sí. Hay que darme tu amor. Ay, que vente conmigo, chinita, a donde vivo yo. Si a tu ventana llega una paloma, trátala con cariño, que es mi persona. Cuéntale tus amores, bien de mi vida. Corónala de flores, que es cosa mía. que sí. Mirarme tu amor. Ay, que vente conmigo, chinita, a donde vivo yo.
Carol Dondorfer Yantek, Dolores D. Donnelly, Irene S. Drabinski, Bill Derry, Roseanne Kitty Dugan, H.C. Buzz Dugan, Robert Dicey, James Frederick Ebert, Dwayne A. Ellickson, Max Eisenberg, Gilbert C. Elias, Dr. Harley Elliman, Virgil and Edvaldson, Aaron Irvin, Gary Irvin, Floyd Evans, Ladoris Faco, John Faco Sr., Sheila Farragher, Edward Philip Farley, Don Farmer, Richard Fazone, George Ferdinand, Michael Firamosca, Diane Fincham, Marjorie Fishburne, Patricia Flaherty, Barbara Florence, Bob Flynn, Kathleen Fogelman, Regige Ford, Joan Foster, Gwen Fransgroth, Dr. Walter Frederick, Ryan French, Esperanza Garcia Oliva, Dolores Garriola, Cinda Gatton, Charles W. George, Helen M. George, Teresa G. Gerbert, Howard W. Gerbert, Elsie Getz, Walter Getz, Sabrina, Cole, Sierra, Spago, Sargent, Sebastian, Stampson, Bruce Gilbert, Ashby O. Gillickson, May Glover, Marlene Gobron, Peggy Golden, Troy Good, Dan Goodrich, Angelo Gorga, Dolly Gorga,
Irene Granger, Paul C. Granger, John Granger, Antoinette Grant, Vera Gray, Ralph Guida, Catherine Gustafson, Martha Haber, Alex Hato, Melissa Ann Hayner, Robert W. Doc Hall, Cy Hall, Mary Kate Hall, Joseph Holincy, Bill Hamlin, Ted Hamlin, Jerry Hancock, Julia Hancock, Carol Frank Hannon, Reagan Reese Hanscom, John Harper, Connie Loach Harris, Marion Hartney, Bruce Hayhoe, Dorothy Haynes, Jeannie Haynes, Wolfgang Heber, Bernice Heelman, Edward John Hendrickson, Nancy J. Henry, Richard S. Henry, Ronald Hettick Sr., Shannon Hettick, Luann Hogue Hickey, Marianne Heiler, John Vincent Hoey III, James J. Hogan, Jacqueline Holmquist, Joy Hopkins, Donald Hopkins, Dr. James T. Horner, Leanne Anginelli Horton, Dennis Hosier, Sharon J. Howard, Sandra Diane Holland Howe, Captain Frederick Northey Howe Jr., Sharon Hughes, Florence Hutton, Michaela Kathleen Hines, Croce Iacono, Cindy L. Ime, Dennis Orlano, Elaine Jacobs, Jack Jeffers, Connie Justice, Swen Johansson, Ryan Joyce, Maureen Kane, Peggy Kane, Geraldine Cantanis,
Stanley Cantor, Lorraine Karpovich, Alexander Kenneth Casper, Uncle Richie Caverman, Kevin Kime, Nelson Kelber, Elizabeth Kelber, Kevin Allen Kelber, Lucy Kelly, Quinn Kelly, Mary Alvinette Kennan, Alexander Kennan, John Kennan, Dr. Fred Kennan, Brian Kennedy, Loanne Kent, Connie Kern, Marie Antoinette Kirby, Frank Neidlinger, Tina Marie Neidlinger, Cora Lee Kunar, Deborah Kunar, Shannon Neef, Samson Neef, Duncan Neef, Sparky Neef, Kenneth Neef, Shirley Neef, Alice Koch Gigi, George Kundal, Norman Jesse Lacoe, Gary Landis, Marvin Lansat, Jane T. Larson, Dottie Larson, Linda Larson, Pansy Larson, Peter Lawson, Julia Johnson LePepper, Jean Less, David A. Lewandowski, Oscar Leva, Tony Liversidge, Hugh Buddy Lockridge, Louise Lockridge,
Shadows are falling and I'm running out of breath. Keep me in your heart for a while. If I leave you, it doesn't mean that I love you any less. Keep me in your heart for a while. When you get up in the morning and you see that crazy sun, keep me in your heart for a while. There's a train leaving nightly cold when all is said and done. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-lo. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-lo. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sometimes when you're doing simple things around the house, maybe you'll think of me and smile. You know I'm tied to you like the buttons on your blouse. Keep me in your heart for a while. Hold me in your thoughts, take me to your dreams, touch me when I fall into view. When the winter comes, keep the fires lit, and I will be right next to you. Engine drivers headed north up to Pleasant Street. Keep me in your heart for a while. These wheels keep on turning, but they're running out of steam. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-lo. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-lo.
Carol Lober, Robert M. Logan, Peggy Landers Lombardo, Liebert Joseph Lombardo, Loyal Labs at the Home and on the Hunt, Scott Allen Lucas, Douglas Lyons, Dominic J. Macarini, George McCormack, Barbara Haskins McNeil, Julia McPherson, John C. Madsen, Peter Maggiacomo, Margaret Magnuson, Carl Alfred Magnuson, Jr., Nancy Claire Magnuson, Carol J. Mancy, Landon Mariano, Anya Mariano, Neil Marshall, Fiona Martin, Trudy Martin, Tom Martino, Michael Maruska, Glenn Allen Matson, Brenda McCann, Michael McCarthy, Barbara McCarthy, Jeremiah McCarthy, Ginny McDermott, Judith Florence McGee, Elizabeth McHale, Patricia A. McKeever, Patrick J. McKeever, Mary E. McKeever, Jacqueline McLaughlin, Joe McLeod, Edward J. McNamara, Grace McPherson, Raymond Mello, Hope Beverly Mello, Roger Mercado, Judy Mercado, Doreen E. Mercer, and Margaret Merle.
Edward Murner, Kay Merrill, Mary Masana, Steve Masana, Tim Michelle, Jarrett Lee Michael Miles, Rose Elaine Milevoti, Walter Miranda, Caridad Molina, Alfredo Molina Sr., Carmen De Silva Moore, Beth Moore, Carl Moore, Joyce Morrison, Leonard Emsall, Jack Murray, Michael Hunt Murray, Rosie Myers, Barbara Benson Myrick, Susan Patricia Nardi, Frank Joseph Nardi, Shirley Naminsky, Albert Nooner, Mary Nolan, Robert Nordstrom, Marion Nordstrom, Patricia Coleman O'Donohue, Alice Ogburn, Celeste Elizabeth O'Keefe, Carol Ann O'Neill, Joel Oppenheimer, Carl Franklin Osborne, John David O'Toole, Virginia Karen Packard, Dr. Nasser Pakdaman, Sissy Pollock, Janet Pappert, Linus Parker, David Parsakian, Rose Marie Pastore, Catherine A. Patone, Armando C. Piawal, Marnie Peterson. Nancy McVeigh Petrus. David Philbrick.
Robert Plattner, Helen Plattner, Edward Plummer, Michael Pohl, Patricia Lansett Pollock, Deborah Lee Potter, Lou Posey, Gladys M. Pruner, William H. Ragg, Hugh Rayton, Eleanor Raleigh, Adamar Limpias Razuk, Gloria Hope Remy, Phyllis Reichart, Peter Reifsnyder, Carrie Rentz, Roland Rhea, Jeffrey A. Richardson, John E. Richardson, Stephen Riley, John Ritter, Robert D. Bob Robinson, Stephen T. Rowe, Esquire, Robert Royna, Edmund Rollins, Sarah Rollins, Charles Arthur Royer, Audrey Ann Rubner, Ruffy Rubner, Paul Rudner, John Reba, Guy John Salvador, Phyllis Ann Salvador, Frank Sanfilippo, Hugh Anthony Sanguinetti, Amelia Millie Santiago, Carol Saunders, Leo J. Scanlon, Kathleen A. Scanlon, Magdalene Louise Schmidt, Magdalene Schmid Ingasulian, Larry Schwartz, Bill Schwessinger, Kathy Sears, Don W. Seiji, A.J. Sembiante, Raymond C. Sheenan, Raymond Sheehan, Debbie Flynn Sherburne, Justin Sherwood, Joanne Silver, Richard Silver, Michelle Simon, Joseph Michael Sarontak, Dale Smith, Greg A. Smith, Arlene Sniffen, Colonel James Elmer Snowden, Ruth Schneider, Skip Soper,
wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?
Theron Sparks, Bob Squibb, John Stewart Stanford, Betty Stearns, Elizabeth Stella, Mary Rhea Sterrett, Jean Stewart, Richard J. Stile, Carmela Straza, Thomas Stuber, Grace Swanson, Jim Seibert, Patrick Tasson, Lindsay Thomas, Tim Thomas, Robert Thomas, Jesse M. Thompson, Mary Ann Thorne, Frankie Tirico, Ralph Toledo, Eleanor Toledo, Leslie Ann Tonkel, Joey Tao, Nancy Tao, Joseph Tranquina, Ann Tranquina, Kristen Travis, Diane Treewater, Marie Tricario, Thomas J. Tully, Edward Turoche, Mildred Turoche, John Udaloy, Jane Ungar, Les Urbanski, Charles J. Vaccaro, Marilyn Van Severn, George Van Severn, Lynette Vasquez Riviera, Gerald Leonard Velzy, Gail Rena Vogel, Bruce R. Wade, Barry Wagner, George Wainscott, Lucille Walling,
Benjamin Michael Wallace, Todd Michael Wallen, Donald Bud Wallen, Robert Wallach, Joanne B. Ward, Mary Wazlinski, Dorothy Watts, William W. Watts Waddy, David Webb, Eleanor Ware, Thomas Ware, Felipe Weingart, Dick Westfall, Frances Lillian Whittington, Mary L. Weedholz, Dorothy Witala, Edwin Witala, Sarah Wilson Wilder, Darrell Williams, Sergeant Joel S. Williamson, Donald James Williamson, Roy Wolf, Patricia Young, Rose Yorick, Robert Zano, Sam Zigrassi, William Zylistra.
Now we'll need to read the names registered after April 1st. Roberta S. Brown, Barbara A. Plummer, Sanford Yogi Reed, Sharon Reed, Norma Shaughnessy, Anne Trankina, Joseph Trankina, Dorothy Williams, Edward J. Quinn, Jim Zolad, John R. Luther, Edward Plummer, Michael Pohl, Hilda Dolan, James Dolan, Gilma Para, Arlene Barbara Klein, Stacy Ann Klein, Graciela Brinkerhoff, Michelle Allen LaFrance, Vince Adams, Ryan Woods, Ellen Hatch, Barry Hatch, Lynn Gunther, Belinda Watkins, Arthur Thomas Jr., Arthur Thomas Sr., James Thomas, Ryan Jackson, Larry Wiseman, Vera Lucia Carnacho, Walter L. Keller, Lori Keller, Mike Keller, Joseph Miller, Barbara Garrett Taylor, Samuel Emmett Taylor, Tom Gerds, Ella Francis Albergo, Mindy Young, Corrine Grandma Bellier, Chuck Bellier, Don Bellier, John Tinkle, May Sylvia, Jim Brooks, Theodore Ferguson, Bobby McDaniel, Sammy Hamilton III, Derek Law, John Ryan, Tina Ferguson, Nancy Daffin, Tabitha Log, Sean Log, Eric Chapp, Timothy Stack, Barbara Wesser, Debbie Lafferty, Cammie Howell, Ralph Brand, David Windsor, Amanda Faye Leverett,
Ron Bridge, Ellen Golonsky, Shirley Stickle, Kenneth Cosbab, Rosemary Warkentine, Shirley Warkentine, Lee Slider, Linda Caduto, Fred Meister, Gail Smith, Eddie Martin, Christina McClure, Art Totten, Ellen Totten, Ollie Totten, Linda Shaw, James Shaw, Shorn Edwards, Mary Ellen Haynes, Anita Slass, Edward Slass, Frederick Gohl, Emma Johnbella Grega, John O'Shaughnessy, Edward Dobrowski, Alec Gonzalez, Edward Dobrowitz, David Rinders, Dr. William E. Marshall, James K. Johnson, Diane K. Turner, Jean Margaret McMullen, Sam Zagrossi, Mary Lynn Podolak, Carol O'Neill, Margaret Kernick, Eddie Chow, Barbara Ann Nelson, Bob McNutt, Anthony Ross, Lorna Fisher, Ronald Derzinski, Michael Bolas, Josh Buss, Julie Shariko, Don Goodrich, Joseph Holisi, Julie Johnson Lepeur, Gary Allen Matson, Lawrence M. Sale, Patrick Coleman O'Donohue, Mindy Young, Leslie Allen Tonkel, and Barbara Ziza.
At this time, we will have the butterfly blessing. Lord, bless me with the ability of a butterfly to endure the changes that will happen to me in my lifetime. Help me to accept these changes with a positive and loving attitude. Bless me with the beauty of a butterfly to allow me to reflect colors of my soul, my being, and my individuality and to look for these things in others. Bless me with the ability of a butterfly to create and instill the feeling of wonder, passion, and excitement towards all of your living creatures. Bless me with the butterfly's ability to pollinate your flowers so that I might cultivate your human garden with love and compassion. Last but not least, Lord, bless me with the grace of ascension so that I may ascend into your glorious heaven like a rising butterfly when my journey here on earth is complete. Amen. 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 We will now release the butterflies. Fly, butterfly.
Butterfly, fly away. Butterfly, fly away. Your wings, now you can't stay. Take those dreams and make them all come true. Butterfly, fly away. Butterfly, fly away. I've been waiting for this day all along and know just what to do. Butterfly, 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 fly away. Butterfly, fly away. Butterfly, fly away. Butterfly, fly away. Butterfly, fly away.
Hello. Hi, butterfly. You want to stay with me?